Hi everyone, today I'm at the Adas Israel temple. मैं यहाँ पर आज आया हूँ, इनकी Jewish synagogue है और इनको देखेंगे. ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत synagogue है, typical synagogue जो मैंने पहले देखी है, जो एक दूसरी देखी थी बहुत ही गरीब सी थी. But this is very nice. The last one I went to in New York was like really torn down. This is like way opposite to that one. So I want to speak Urdu so they can understand, sure, if it's okay. And यहाँ पर मार्सी हमारे साथ हैं, कार्ला हमें लेकर आई है. कार्ला, और मैं चाहता हूँ कि मरियम और अब्दुल्ला जो है यहाँ की सैर करें और सवाल करें और so these are your guests. They can ask questions and vice versa, and you can show us around. So can anybody come, like take an appointment? We just call you and we just showed up. Is this normal? Kind of. Okay.
So I'm the director of membership engagement. So for people who are interested in
do I need to wear a kippah or something?
It's okay.
I wouldn't mind.
You're more than welcome to put one on.
Where would it be? This one?
Should be, so that's, yes.
So ये kippah है, इसको kippah कहते हैं, ये टोपी की तरह होती है. Oh, Abdullah, that's right. It's like a topi, right?
Yeah, so that's our
and this is for a woman?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And I'll take a fancy one.
What is this?
So this is the prayer shawl. So in the morning for services, definitely men after they turn 13 need to wear one, and women are also allowed to wear one. So it's really just for the morning services, and then for some specific holidays that you wear them. So it's a prayer shawl.
Cool.
Yes. Now you can really see it.
Now we are the Jewish people.
And then this is a mezuzah. So this is
a mezuzah.
Mezuzah. So this has the Shema, which is the most important prayer, and it has that on all of our doorposts in each room, basically, except for restrooms. That you have this. So many people will kiss this when they walk in, just because this is a very holy prayer inside. So you just kiss it as you walk in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So मज़ूज़ा इसका नाम मज़ूज़ा है और इसके अंदर प्रेयर लिख के अंदर डाल देते हैं और इसके अंदर रखी हुई हैं वो रख देते हैं और फिर जब कमरे में एंटर होते हैं तो करके इसको.
And so they all look different. So this one is for accessibility. So if someone is in a wheelchair or a kid in a stroller, I guess, that they could reach this one as well. So they all can look different.
Interesting. और ये हर कमरे के बाहर ये लोग लगाते हैं.
And you might as well tell them that in the more Orthodox homes, when you go into the home, they always have a mezuzah before you go in.
So you'll see, when you walk out, you'll see we have mezuzot right outside.
बाहर भी है इनका और लगा हुआ और हर कमरे के बाहर भी.
We have them, like I have one in my office, so we have one in every doorpost.
Now we went to see another Jewish family, and they were covered. The woman said, I have to cover my head, whereas you don't cover your head. What's the difference?
So that's just more Orthodox, so more observant. So Orthodox women, when they get married, many of them, it's not all, will either wear a wig or a head covering. So it's a requirement? To cover the hair.
To their understanding.
Yes. So there are modern Orthodox women who don't. There are modern Orthodox women who do. So it is a little bit up to the individual.
Right.
But if you were to meet someone very Orthodox, they would have their hair covered once they're married.
तो ये बता रही हैं कि अगर कोई भी औरत शादी कर लेती है और जो ऑर्थोडॉक्स चर्च होती है, ऑर्थोडॉक्स जूइश सिनेगॉग होती है, वहाँ पर आप अपने सर को ढकते हैं विग से या शाल से जाके आपके बाल कोई ना देख सके.
So she was saying that the woman you met shaved her head, I guess, maybe.
No, she told me that when she got married, and the hair she had first, she got it off, and then she started wearing it, and then it came in, and no one could see it.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know
that's,
that.
I think, just up to each individual. Okay. Some people will just put a wig on. Some people wear a hat or a scarf.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is our main sanctuary. So this is where we have prayers. We have Shabbat services. So our Sabbath starts Friday evening at sunset and then goes through Saturday sunset as well.
Do you observe the, like
me
you
personally,
don't?
or
Yes.
Me personally, no.
No. Okay. So, which means that you cannot drive a car, use a phone,
Spend
turn off the
money,
light,
exactly.
spend money. Huh.
So it's
Okay.
really, you're not changing anything. So even the very Orthodox will not rip toilet paper. So you would have it already ripped, and then you just take it. So you're not like changing anything.
Oh my God.
And even with paper towels. So in our restrooms, you'll see that we have some paper towels just laid out on the counter so that you're not ripping anything.
Interesting. Okay.
So there's
And-
different levels of
After
observance.
prayer.
What was that?
After what, like when do you do
From
that?
So
sunset
that's
Friday
Friday
to
evening
sunset
to Saturday.
Saturday.
evening.
Yeah. And so you're required to bring in a guest on the Shabbat dinner or no?
It's a mitzvah, so it's a commandment. It's a good deed to welcome guests in. So here we do a lot of, so clearly we do services and we do a lot of community Shabbat dinners. And we, invite people to register and to pay in advance for the food. But if someone walked in on Friday and didn't know about the dinner but needed a place to stay, we never turn anyone away. So if someone walked in Friday evening and said, "Oh, can I stay for dinner?" the answer is yes, because
Okay.
we would never turn anyone away.
Beautiful.
So this is our main sanctuary. Were you at an Orthodox synagogue before?
I didn't
New
ask
York?
the
Okay.
denomination.
So this is a conservative synagogue. So if you were in an Orthodox synagogue, the
Right.
balcony would be reserved for women, and the
Okay.
men would be down below. Here, since we're conservative, everyone sits together. So in Orthodox synagogues, it could be that they either have a balcony or they also have kind of a room divider almost. That's called the mechitza, and that's separating the men from the women.
So they want to have two separate
Two separate
areas for
sides
men's
or
and women.
two separate kind of levels.
So इनके यहाँ different किस्म की synagogue होती हैं. जो मैं last New York में गया था, उसके अंदर ख़वातीन ऊपर बैठती थी, मर्द नीचे बैठते थे, जिस तरह हमारे यहाँ होता है मस्जिदों में. Mosque is I guess similar. Segregation होती है, और यहाँ पर इनकी जो synagogue है, इसमें segregation नहीं है. This is the main prayer hall.
This is the main sanctuary, yes. So this seats 1,200, and it is not always full. It's full for our high holy days for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, but on a regular Shabbat, it could be a couple of hundred, depending on if there's a bar or bat mitzvah and the number of people in the family.
I went to another one, and the guys were reading and walking, and then going like this. Is this the room they will do that here, or they don't do it here at all?
So this is our bima. This is our kind of stage almost called the bima. So the rabbis and the cantor would read from this podium. There are certain times when they take the Torah out and kind of parade it around, and everyone has an opportunity to kiss the Torah. So I'm not sure if
No,
that's...
not the real Torah, but the book they take, and they're like.
Some people
going-
just move more, like that's part of just the way that they pray. So that's kind of an individual.
But they were walking around. I don't know why they were walking
Oh,
around. I was so scared to,
Oh.
I was like, I don't want to
I'm
ask
not
anything.
sure. That might just be kind of their thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
What's in there?
So this is our ark. So this is where our Torahs are kept.
So Torah जो होती है वो Torah is written on an animal skin. तौरात जो होती है और हाथ से लिखते हैं और एक तोरा $10,000 से $35,000 तक or more than that होती है. And it's a scroll. It's written on a skin, and it's sitting inside there. And none of the words have ever changed, ever in the Torah for 2,000 years.
And then we have, so people can follow along. So this is the Torah in a book form.
Right.
So while someone is reading it from the bima, the congregants can also follow along.
Can we take a sneak peek, or it's not
I can
allowed?
open it.
Okay. So इसके पीछे जो है वो तौरात रखी हुई होती है और तौरात को ये लोग स्किन के ऊपर लिखते हैं, हाथ से लिखा जाता है. स्पेशलिस्ट होते हैं जो उसको लिखते हैं, जैसे पुराने ज़माने में कुरान शरीफ और बाइबल को लिखा जाता था, और इसको बहुत सेफली इसको रखा जाता है और स्क्रोल होती है, और वो उसको ये उस स्क्रोल के अंदर तौरात रखी हुई होती है, और वो कभी भी चेंज नहीं हुई है उनके हिसाब से 2000 सालों तक. These are the Torah scrolls. This is all combined one, or this is different Torahs?
These are 6 separate Torahs.
But the content inside is exactly the same.
Yes. And we have Torahs in different rooms as well. So we don't use all of these. The top 3 are kind of more for decoration
Wow.
because the ark is so large.
Right.
So really it's these 3 on the bottom that we would use.
It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful.
You read the whole thing?
No, so each week there's a different kind of parsha, which is like a chapter almost. So you read it. So it takes us the whole year to read the entire Torah. And we actually have a special holiday where we celebrate finishing and then starting it right over again.
Finally.
Right? Yeah, so it takes us the full year. And then basically that holiday, it's called Simchat Torah, which means Simchat is like celebration.
Khatm Quran.
We finish it and then we start it right away. So there's no end. It's like if you loved Harry Potter and just kept reading it over and over again, that's what we do with the Torah.
तो ये तौरात है और how much would this particular Torah cost to buy?
Cost, I have no idea. I know it weighs about 50 pounds, but I'm not
it's
sure.
very heavy.
And so so right now we're at the beginning of the Torah, so it's very heavy on one side. So when you lift it, it's like heavy on that side. Yeah. And then as you go through the year, you gradually, roll it. And so it's even in like maybe February, it's more even, and then it starts being heavy on the other side.
And you follow the Christian calendar?
It's the lunar. So the Jewish months are based on the moon.
Moon, okay.
So if you ever see a full moon, it's the middle of the Jewish month.
Middle, not the end.
Middle.
Middle, okay. हमारे यहाँ भी middle ही होता है. It's the same as Muslims.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah. So according to Jewish, what year is this?
5778.
Yikes.
So we just celebrated Rosh Hashanah as the Jewish New Year. So that was back late September. And so we celebrated the start of 5778.
Wow. 5,000 years ago, this started. And somebody told me they cost anywhere from $10,000 to $35,000.
That I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
That sounds good. Is it okay if I close it?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you probably do this here, but they do it in the synagogue I belong to. On Simchat Torah, the rabbi literally rolls out the Torah, and we get to touch it and see different parts. Do they do that in the... My rabbi, when I was growing up, never did anything like that. But do they do that here?
We don't do that for Simchat Torah. We do, another synagogue I teach at, they do that as well. When we give the B'nai Mitzvah students their Torah portion, they unroll it so they can see where they're, because for a Bar Bat Mitzvah, each student has their specific part of the Torah that they read. So I think that's where they do that. They show them where they'll read.
What's really cool about the Simchat Torah service, and I love it, I know it's not very conservative, but the rabbi takes the little guys who are about to go into Hebrew school and shows them where the portion is.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that done before, and I thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and different synagogues just have different ways we celebrate it. We have a band and we dance and things like that.
We also have
अच्छा. बहुत ही खूबसूरत church.
Yeah, different way of celebrating.
What are those lights in the background?
Sure. So those are, we honor the anniversary of someone passing away. So the anniversary of a death. So
There are different names written on it?
So the family has an opportunity to purchase a memorial plaque. And so the lights that are on now means that it's the anniversary of that person's death.
Today?
This week.
This week, okay.
So not everyone purchases a plaque, but most people they'll either light a candle or they'll come to services to say yahrzeit, which is, the yahrzeit is the anniversary. So
How
it's
much
kind
does
of
it
honoring.
cost?
The plaque, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how
Can
much
I
that
buy
costs.
one for myself? Even though I'm not Jewish?
So it is only if you're Jewish.
Oh,
yeah.
It's very hard to convert to Judaism. So I hear.
I don't think it's that hard. You have to take a class and
I was
have
told
a rabbi to
you don't.
sponsor.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I was told it's very hard. You have to go through like 2 or 3 years of training and stuff like that.
It might depend on if you're doing an Orthodox conversion or non-Orthodox.
Oh.
That might be it's not like easy, but it's there, is some commitment. But.
So anybody who wants to move to Israel, they can become a Jewish and they can move and get a passport or whatever.
I don't know if that's as easy as that, but
I'm just saying. I was told it's really hard, so.
I mean, it definitely is a commitment. So it's not that you just sign a paper that you want to convert. But
Yeah.
an Orthodox conversion might be more expensive.
Right. Well, we come from a Muslim background, so ours is like, say the sentence you're in. Dude, come on in. So आपने देखी ये वाली, is this it?
I can show you one other space if you'd like.
Okay, well, it'd be lovely. So आपने ये देखी, अगर किसी को कोई सवाल हो इनसे पूछने के लिए तो मैं इनसे पूछ सकता हूँ. You can what? You can go.
I didn't want to.
You can go. You're the star of the place.
No, I'm not.
We'll be keep up in here. Wow. This is like high-end, 5-star synagogue, man.
So we just renovated
Wow.
kind of all of these public spaces about 5 years ago.
Is this like a very wealthy area or something?
What was that?
Is this like a very up-class, wealthy area? Kind of.
Yes.
Yes.
Be honest.
Man, this is like,
But it
wow.
is, so I will let you know. I mean, we have some people, we have membership and it's a suggested membership commitment, but we don't, just like we don't turn anyone away for a meal, we don't turn anyone away based on finances. So if someone's not able to afford our suggested...
How much is your membership?
The suggested commitment for a 2-adult household is, and over the age of 36 is $3,000. But we never turn it a year, but we never turn anyone away. A year. So this is kind of a multi-purpose room. So up here, we have services here as well. So Jews are required to pray 3 times a day. So there's morning prayer, afternoon prayer, and evening prayer. Again, not everyone does that, but that is depending on how observant you are.
I have to say this. So इस इलाके के अंदर जो ये synagogue है, this is by far of any standard of any temple or institution I've ever seen, like the best. This is like 5 stars or 5.5 even.
So it depends on.
And ये 5.5 star, 5 stars ये बहुत ही खूबसूरत चर्च है. अगर आप किसी से भी कंपेयर करें और इसकी जो वजह नजर आई वो ये कि इनकी जो फीस है इस synagogue के मेंबर बनने की, that is $3,000 साल, जो कि 3 लाख रुपए साल के हैं, जो इनको मिलते हैं, जिसकी वजह से इसकी ये शक्ल है. और अगर किसी के पास 3 लाख रुपए नहीं हैं तो भी ये नहीं कहते कि मेंबरशिप नहीं है, फुटा खा जाओ, लेकिन ये कहते हैं कि आ जाओ और फिर भी आपको देते हैं. बट इनकी सजेशन इज कि ये this is what they have, and I can smell the coffee bar.
Right. So yeah.
From here.
So this room, we have a space for prayer. We have a coffee bar. On Sundays, we have a kosher bakery, and they sell.
Are we here Sunday?
And then you'll see
He's
around.
not supposed to eat that.
Why not?
You said, forget it.
No
I'll
sweets.
talk.
Oh, because of my stomach.
So you'll see around all the bookcases, this is filled with Jewish text. So we encourage people to come in and they can learn together. We do learning classes in here that our rabbis teach and people study together. We also have a preschool downstairs, and a lot of people will drop off their children and work from here. So we have free Wi-Fi, free coffee.
What?
Yeah, so we the idea is that we want people to stay in the building and to see this not just as a place of prayer.
It's not just a prayer, but it's a community center.
Wow,
it's perfect.
Is there a rabbi that they could just meet here?
No, they're like booked minute by minute. So
the amount of information I can handle, I think she has more than that. So is that one of the Torah?
So this is actually a really old one. I think that one is from the descriptions on the other side, but that one might be from Iraq. But so these are filled kind of with antiques and things.
So ये एक तौरात है जिसको again इसको इसके अंदर रखा हुआ है, और जब people migrated from Europe to the US, they actually brought their Torah with them 200 years ago, 300 years ago. When they traveled, they take it with them. तो ये जो पुरानी तौरात होती है इसको लेके चलते हैं और साथ लेके आते हैं, और जिसके अंदर लकड़ी के जो केस है इसके अंदर असल तौरात रखी हुई है, और अगेन वो जानवर की खाल के ऊपर लिखी जाती है और इस तरह से नहीं होती है. This is amazing.
People definitely speak Hebrew. Yeah. So in Israel, that's that's the language. A lot of people speak Arabic and English as well.
It's required by law to learn Arabic in Israel, by the way.
Arabic.
Yes.
But like
This one's fluent.
Yeah.
in Hebrew. So we have a religious school here, so we teach kids how to read it, and then focusing more on kind of biblical and prayer Hebrew, not as much conversational. We have certain classes that are conversational, but that's not the focus.
Yeah, but unfortunately, just like in Pakistan, it's required by law to learn Arabic. We don't speak Arabic. So same thing in Israel. Most people don't. It's required by the curriculum that you must learn Arabic. And I learned for 3 years.
And
I don't
English
know anything.
also.
And English also. Do you have a Talmud here somewhere?
Yeah. So it's all over here.
Yeah. Just like you learn English or Urdu, you're required to learn Arabic for 2 years. So this is a Talmud, all of it?
So these are all different.
Different kinds.
over here. So it's different. They're called tractates, but basically different chapters. This I can't read. This is a mix of Hebrew and Aramaic. So this is beyond.
So which one is Aramaic? Which one?
I
is
think
Hebrew?
most of the commentary is
Aramaic.
Aramaic.
Interesting.
But yeah, this just looks like a lot of squiggles to me. I know some of it.
Okay, so can you define what Talmud actually is?
Oh, yeah. So it's more oral law. So it's so the Torah is written law, and this is almost like
Explanation
debates
of-
and explanation. So looking at something, and then different scholars kind of discussing and just it's commentary. So they see, like I was just working on this with my students. So looking at they're actually talking about conversion and what like different sages say and how it should be done and the process. And so there's not necessarily an answer, and it's kind of different interpretations and different discussions and commentary on a subject.
So we have a thing called tafsir, which is a commentary on the Quran itself.
Okay.
Is this same or is this something totally different?
It's not necessarily law. So it's it's a little bit different. So there's Shulchan Aruch, which was written later, which is more law and ethics and things like that. So there's the laws in the Torah, and this is more of like explanation and kind of discoveries of what different people think and different interpretations of things.
Cool. So these are different kinds of Talmud, or this is...
So this is all of the ones that look like this. This is just kind of different chapters.
So this is
different
one
discussions.
chapter?
So I don't know.
I
don't
heard
know
that there were
enough about-
31 books total.
Is it 31 or 32 tractates?
Something
Something
like
like
that.
that. But then the rest of this is all just different. Oh, here's the Talmud. This is, I guess, the
English version.
English version.
So it's total 32 books.
So yeah, so that's still the text, and then this is all the commentary around it. So the translation and the commentary.
ओके सो ये तलमूद जो होती है इसके अंदर जूडिज़म की मज़ीद डिस्क्रिप्शन होती है. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरीली तफसीर. इट्स इसके अंदर जो जूइश स्कॉलर गुजरे हैं उनके तरफ से समझाया गया है डिफरेंट चीज़ों को. और तलमूद itself contradicts itself a lot of the way places. So a lot of rabbis will tell you, you will get confused if you read it even. So that's what it's there's a lot of confusion in it because it was written over the years. और बहुत imagine 32 different books. हमें एक नहीं याद होती. Memorizing all of it, and there's a lot of stuff inside. So hopefully technology can help us sort it out eventually one day. AI maybe help. This is another one of the Torah.
This might be the one from Iraq, but yeah, there's all things that have been brought over.
Beautiful. Somebody's asking here, what's...
Oh, are we live on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
He does this all
Live
the
questions.
time.
Okay.
Somebody's asking, what's the difference between a Zionist and a Jewish person?
You can be both. You could be, so Zionist is about Israel. So
Nothing to do with the religion itself.
I don't believe so. I think they're mutually exclusive, and you can be a Zionist and a Jew, and you can be Jewish and less Zionist. So Zionist is more focusing on Israel, and Israel being the Jewish state.
But it's not part of the religion anywhere.
People might
think
disagree on that fact, but it is not everyone. Jews feel differently about Israel.
Cool.
True.
Anything else I missed? Or I think you think I missed something? People should know.
I don't know if in this room. No, that's pretty much it. So that's a different arc. So it looks very different.
Oh,
so
there's another
in there as well.
Okay. So this is a smaller prayer room.
Kind of like a smaller chapel. So smaller services happen in here. The daily prayers happen in here. We do scholars will come in here and talk. So it's a mixed use room.
And also a small wedding may happen.
Yeah, so she was asking where do the weddings happen. So, and I said it kind of depends. So they could use the main sanctuary if it was...
Depending how many guests, maybe.
Depending on how many guests, and some people like certain rooms better. So...
Right. This is gorgeous.
Right, like this is a very warm, intimate setting, so they might want it in here. But if they really love the main sanctuary and that's more grand, they might have it in there. And then we actually have a third room that I can show you as well.
Have a picture of a chuppah so they can see what a Jewish wedding looks like?
Not offhand, but you could probably easily Google one, and we actually probably have them on our website because we'd show different options for events.
The chuppah is just,
and everyone's looks different. So some people have them made, some people order them. We have one standard that people can use, but a lot of them bring their own.
Can I wear one of the shawls and he can take a photo of mine?
Sure.
With that? Mariam, Anna. बेटा ये कैमरा पकड़ लो. So I don't know. Can you show how to do it?
So there's a prayer that you say when, and I, in all honesty, don't remember the prayer.
Well, if you don't remember, that's fine. I guess pass, right?
Yeah, it's fine. But so typically you say the prayer and then you put it on.
Okay. How do you?
You just wear it like this, and it's thought. So these are meant to be.
Can I have the white keeper?
The four corners.
Oh, this is good.
The four corners kind of surrounding you. Okay. And some Orthodox people will wear, it's almost an undershirt with the seat connected. So they wear that every day, all day. So if you ever see people walking down the street and they have these hanging down, these are to symbolize the commandments.
Oh.
Yep, they symbolize the commandments. All of them. 613.
630? I thought it was just 10.
No, 613.
What?
So
Lady Wiseman does wear one of those shawls all the time, or at least.
So if you ever see, that's what it is. They're wearing kind of an undershirt with those attached. And that's so that they, are constantly surrounded by the commandments and remembering, to follow them.
So there are 613 here?
No, it's
symbolic.
613 what?
Commandments. So kind of laws of how to live a Jewish life.
So the threads?
So it's not actually 613. This is symbolic of the 613 commandments.
Is it supposed to be the 613 threads?
No, it's just symbolic of the commandments.
And also, women will wear the shawls.
Women are allowed to wear it as well.
But that's pretty new, isn't it?
In an Orthodox synagogue, you would not see that. But in conservative and Reform synagogues, you might see a woman.
Growing up, I never saw.
Okay.
But I'm a little older.
Right. Things have changed.
Not much older, but a little older.
Thank you.
So if you'd like, I can show you one other space.
Sure. Thank you.
We'll go out this way.
I love it.
We found the right synagogue.
I think we found the perfect synagogue. You were really amazing with this.
Synagogues looking for one where someone would answer the phone, and you guys answered right away. You were about the 10th synagogue.
Oh, really? Cool. So we'll go around this way.
What's over there?
So this is down here, you mean? So this is our social area. So for a wedding reception or our Shabbat dinners, all that happens down there.
Like a hall room.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a gift shop.
And we have a gift shop, yep. So yeah, now you can actually see the other side. So this was, yeah, Alexandria, Egypt, Torah case crafted in Iraq. So yeah, here's two more that you can see. So they've been in every room.
What was it called again?
Mezuzahs?
Mezuzah.
Mezuzah, not, there's no R.
Okay.
So this is one other prayer space that we have. So
Why
again,
three?
Another feel. Just we have a very large congregation and we have different styles of services. So in the main sanctuary, sometimes there's musical instruments that will be part of the service. And in this service, it's more traditional and there would not be instruments. So they don't use a microphone. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I always thought you were more conservative.
So we have different, our community has different
It's great. I should
traditions and
come
everything.
sometime.
So within a same show, within a same,
People
you have three
practice
different
differently.
kinds of.
So
Interesting.
this Saturday we'll have 5 different services happening in the building.
How fun.
So we have one in the main sanctuary where we were, the first room, the big one.
Wow.
There'll be one in here. We have another service that meets every other week up in our library. We have a service for young kids, and then we have a service for like elementary, middle school aged kids. So they'll all be happening at the same time in the
Amazing.
same building.
And that's why you have floors like this.
Exactly.
I looked at them and I thought, wow.
So yeah, so there's another behind that curtain. Those are where the Torahs are
Another.
here.
But all the Torahs are the same.
I
Like the
believe
con-
so, yes. Unless there might be some, yeah, they're the same. Yeah, I think we have 17 total in the building.
No, but like the content in all
Yes,
of them
yes,
would
yes,
be
yes,
the same, be it like with music or without music
Exactly.
or
Yep, the
small.
service is basically the same. The prayer books are the same. It's just really the style.
But they don't fight with each other?
Nope.
You sure?
I mean, that's why they have different.
The rooms are
And some families, one partner will like one style of service, the other person likes the other, and they'll meet afterwards for like our lunch kiddush.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So people go all over. So yeah, this is another style.
Kiddush or in the next Shabbat after.
Yeah, sure. So if you go.
तो ये तीसरी इनका कमरा है प्रेयर का और जैसे कि इन्होंने बताया कि इनके यहाँ 3 डिफरेंट कमरे हैं प्रेयर के एक ही मज़हब है एक ही तौरात है एक ही तालमुद है बट डिफरेंट जगहों पर डिफरेंट अंदाज से वो बता रहे हैं कि डिफरेंट तरीक़े से प्रे करते हैं तो काश कि हम लोग भी एक ही मस्जिद के अंदर 3 फ़िरक़ों की नमाज़ें पढ़ना शुरू कर दें तो दैट विल बी ग्रेट
Actually, I met him through Facebook, and we've become friends.
Oh, great.
I mean, real friends, not just.
Yeah.
Normally it's when you meet then you Facebook but
Right,
in my
the
life
other way
it's
around.
normally the other way around. Do you have a message for the rest of the world, like Muslim
The
world
rest of the-
especially?
Welcome. We're open. We work with interfaith communities all the time. If anyone's ever in the area, definitely come visit us. And yeah, that's
Amazing. Thank you so much.
That's,
Very open.
I didn't know that. I thought you were more.
So आपने देखा कि यहाँ पर मैंने आपको सैर कराई इन्होंने वेलकम किया मैं इनको नहीं जानता था मैंने आने से पहले 5-10 एक्चुअली खारदा ने 5-10 डिफरेंट सिनेगॉग को फ़ोन किया हमने उनसे पूछा अक्सर बंद थी लेकिन ये वाली खुली हुई थी हमने पूछा हम आ सकते हैं उन्होंने कहा आ जाओ उन्होंने बताया कि हम पाकिस्तानी उन्होंने कहा आ जाओ उन्होंने कहा मुसलमान उन्होंने कहा आ जाओ और आपके सामने मेरी बेटी है जो कि स्कार्फ में है तो इसको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कि आप यहाँ पे घूम सकते हैं आप भी कभी किसी और मुल्क में जाएं किसी शहर में जाएं तो चर्च सिनेगॉग ज़रूर चक्कर लगाएं अपने इल्म को बढ़ाने के लिए और उनको जिस तरह आप देख रहे थे कि मैं इनको अपने दीन के बारे में थोड़ा थोड़ा बता रहा था आप भी बता सकते हैं अस्सलाम वालेकुम